back, and I done did it again one more time. Hopefully you guys is doing great. Hopefully you guys is doing amazing. You know me, I'm doing alright. What's good, guys? Yeah, man, we out here right now. Just driving around the city. About to touch down in the bank. Do a little quick deposit. Last night was out. Yeah, man. So I'm coming back. I guess I didn't need all this cash, so now I'm putting it back into the bank. So yeah, guys, what's good with you guys, man? What you guys is up to? Today is a day to relax. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, today is Friday. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is, to be honest with you. I'll be just, because I work every day. So I'm like, what day is it today? I'm like, I don't even know, bro. I know I work regardless. But it's cool. Right? It's cool. I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here, get in the live stream, and then from there, we're going to get into the conversations. See, deposit. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Should have done this before I went live, but it is what it is. I miss you guys. That's what it is. Let's see. Man, I can't deposit cash in here. This sucks. Now I'm gonna have to talk to somebody in the bank. I hate that shit. They should allow you to just go into an ATM, put your money in, drive through, and keep it moving. Sometimes you don't want to talk to people. You know what I mean? Hey, strawberry colada. Nah, no strawberry colada. I'm trying to stay away from them shits right now. The boy going just on a water diet. Trying to stay just with water, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you today?
Good. I want to do a deposit.
Okay. How much?
I don't even know how much is in here.
Okay. I'll check it for you.
Yeah. Oh man, what's going on? What's going on with YouTube? People not getting notified or something?
$1,000.
Huh?
1,000.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, what's going on with YouTube, man? I don't know. My YouTube been acting up. I don't know. This YouTube channel been acting up. This is why I'm about to create a newsletter for you guys, man. If you're interested in that newsletter, let me know in the comment section. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you guys sign up for that newsletter, and then I'm just gonna email you guys ahead of time whenever I'm gonna go live, or what day I'm gonna go live, or what day I'm gonna drop a video. Because if I leave it to YouTube, YouTube is not trying to show my videos, man. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Yeah, man. It's not like how it used to be, man. Back in the days, people would get notified. People will see it on the browser, etc. Like, yeah, my boy Joe is live. But nowadays, bro, I don't know what the hell YouTube's been doing. They're trying to run YouTube like it was live, like it was TikTok, and it's like it's ruining the platform, man. Again, guys, if you're in here, leave a message in the comment section right here on the live, so I could know you guys are watching. Because I can't even see who's watching, who's in here, who's not. I really appreciate it. And again, if you guys got a question, a topic y'all want to talk about, let's do it. I got time today. Let me see. Charlie Dev says, what's up? getting clients and working on some projects. Nice. I'm actually dropping a course, in the next week, 2 weeks, on how to get more clients. Like I'm going through the whole process of this. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, things is
You did
loading up
okay?
now. Yeah, I got it. I put it in.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, now it's popping up. I don't know. I guess I had to close the live stream. You see, so many bugs on YouTube. Like now, I'm starting to see everybody's messages. Everyone is like, yo, I was watching a video from Joe. I thought it was new. Turns out it was 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, bro. It'd be like that. Cindy. Cindy, look, I ain't though. She cute. And you can't say it's not little Cindy, little Tina. Little Tina. Let me see. That's good, man. Remember when Connecticut days, always getting the Dunkin' Donuts, then heading to the office? Yeah, man, I miss those days. I'm looking for an office right now as we speak. I'm looking into an office because I was like thinking about it. I'm like, man, I need to get back on my grind, like how I used to be in Connecticut. Like I used to love that, to wake up early in the morning, go to the office. Thank you.
You're welcome, Joe. See you next time.
Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah, I love mine, man. Yo, I swear to God, man, they took me out the game too early, bro. I could be doing damage out here. Nah, I'm happy where I'm at though. But yeah, shorty, she cute, man. I like her. She's married though. She's definitely married. I remember when they had just opened this TD Bank around my house, and it was her first week because I come to the bank all the time. Y'all heard like, all right, Joe. Yeah, she a flirt. What's the name of that song from R. Kelly? I think it's R. Kelly and it's somebody, R. Kelly or Usher. It's like the song is called "She a Flirt" or something like that. Yeah, man. That's my thing though. I'll be honest, man. Y'all know what I like. Y'all know what I like. And I love Asian women, and I love black women, and I love Latina women. I'm not too crazy with the white girls, just cultural differences. You know what I mean? But I can appreciate beauty, right? But nothing better than nice little yellow bone. She with a cute smile. She. Yeah, man. Shout out to the black women, man. Shout out to the black women for real. Oh man. But yeah, let's get back into it, man. I'm over here. You see how she got me? She got me smiling type shit. Damn, bro. Because I still got it, but man, I can't do damage out here. I'm a grown man, married now. You know what I mean? But it's always good when you know you could, if you wanted to. It's always a good feeling when you know you still got it. It's always a good feeling, man. You know what I mean? That's why I always say I've never cheated on my wife. I've never done anything, but I know that I still got it. That's all I need to know. I don't need to do nothing. I don't need to do nothing. I never done anything, but just knowing that I still got it, I'm happy with that. You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Sometimes, as men, you gotta learn how to control yourself. You gotta know. Look, yeah, we could go in and do a bunch of stuff, but just knowing that you still got it, you could do that. You don't have to do nothing. Just know that shit, you got it. got it, play it. Let's see, do your thing. You ain't gotta do shit, you know. But yeah, let's see. Let's talk about SaaS, software as a service. Yeah, that could be a good topic. Let me find a good spot because it just started raining here in Florida. Should be getting crazy, bro. Now I just gotta find like a good location, relax, chill. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I'm gonna get into SaaS in a second once I park. But yeah, I miss having an office, man. To be honest with you, like it's great when you could just wake up and go to your home office and work from there. But it's a different feeling when you actually go to a location. You know, because it's like your mind, your body, your everything is ready to work. It's like, yeah, we here for work. We're not here to play around. You know, and sometimes when I'm at home, you know, I take a little break here and there, go hang out with the kids, jump in the pool, do this and that. But when I'm in the office, I'm working all day, right? And I feel like it's better for me to work a regular schedule, a 9 to 5, right? In the office, going to the office, and then when I come home, not even touch the computer, than how I do it right now. Like I take a lot of breaks throughout the day, but then I'm working throughout the whole day. Excuse me. And I don't think that that's good in the long term, right? It's better to just work 9 to 5 and then clock out at 5 o'clock. You know, and take that little drive to come home, a little 20, 30-minute drive, decompress, come back, relax, eat some food, chill with the family, hang out with the kids, right? I think that's much better. It's healthier, you know. Let me see. What do you think? Somebody said, webpage coder. What do you think of if I offer making Squarespace websites to clients? Yes, that could be an option. That could definitely be an option. Use whatever tool makes sense to you. You could use Squarespace. You could use Wix Studio. You could use Shopify. You could use WordPress. Whatever makes sense to you. Whatever you're more productive with, that's the one that you should use. Okay. Also, too, you remember there's a tool for every situation, right? There's a website that could be good for. Damn, this guy really parked right here. This is not even a parking, bro. This is not a. This is a fucking. This should be crazy, bro. Sometimes. This, like, what are you doing, bro? Do this. It's parking in a freaking shit, man. Sometimes you gotta go through things in life and be like, yo, how does people survive? Like, this thing parks right in front of a gym, right? But the gym is the entrance of the parking lot. Like, you thinking and you can't park there. He has his how you call his directional lights on and whatever hazard lights on. And I'm like, bro, like, you can't park here. You can just leave your car here, blocking the entrance of the parking lot. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, as far as Squarespace, use whatever tool makes sense to you. Okay, but just remember that there's a tool for every situation. Don't try to use one tool for everything. Like, for example, if you're gonna help somebody create an e-commerce website, make sure to use Shopify. Right now, again, I'm not sponsored by Shopify. Shopify don't pay me to say, yo, go sign up to Shopify. No, Shopify is the best platform for e-commerce, bro. So you either gonna give the best or don't do it. Let me see. It's R. Kelly. When they say R. Kelly, I'm a flirt. Yeah. Hey, Margarita. Margarita. I hate saying margarita. It sounds like it doesn't sound right. It doesn't roll off the tongue right. Like margarita. Margarita, what's going on, ma? You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to say how the English people say it. I just say Margarita. That's my mom's name too. But yeah, man. Somebody said you got the VIP access to know him first name. Yeah, no, this is a good bank, man. TD Bank is the best bank. Just because they treat you good and the people there is always good, and they always got a little shutting in the front. So so yeah, man. Let me see, reading through here. The CodingPhase. You think building an app with Ruby on Rails with React Vue is a viable solution today over Node with React Next.js? What will you choose for building a software as a service? To be honest, I will build a software as a service with the tool that I'm more comfortable with, okay, and that I can build quickly. So it will most likely be not Ruby on Rails, Laravel. Ruby on Rails is great, but to be honest, it's like it kind of fell off because Laravel is such a great framework that it took what Ruby on Rails started and just took it to another level. You know, I was watching Theo's, shout out to Theo's channel, and he was talking about Drupal, and people were pissed off because he keeps on connecting PHP with Drupal or all the other bad things that come with like old PHP applications, and people pissed off. They're like, yo, like that's not connected to PHP. PHP is amazing right now. It's a great language. Laravel is the best framework, literally. Out of all of the frameworks that's out here, there's no other framework that can compete. Next.js competes nowhere near Laravel. I mean, think about it like this. It's so nasty nowadays that with like the ecosystem of React and Node.js, I think it's just nasty now. As far as like people don't even do their own user authentication. Most of this applications, because of the way how Next.js works, like you have to go in and do some crazy way to do user authentication, or you have to sign up to a third-party company to then you do user authentication. Like, and that's what people recommend. They're like, hey, we recommend signing up for this service. Like, that shit sounds crazy to me. Years ago, I mean, not even years ago, even to this day, user authentication is something that you get to build yourself, that you get to actually go in and implement into your application. You have full control of it. But now in this ecosystem of JavaScript, it's more like, well, don't even do user authentication. Just sign up to this service, and they'll handle the user authentication for you. By the way, don't even use any database. Just sign up to Firebase or Superbase or whatever the hell is out there. And shit, you don't have to have a database. You just run it through somebody else. Let them figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. The ecosystem of JavaScript, I don't know, bro. I just can't. Like, I love JavaScript for the front end, but that whole ecosystem, Node.js, Next.js, everything connected to that shit is just overcomplicating everything all the time. Making shit more complex for no reason. Then there's no like real framework. Only one that is a real framework is Adonis.js. Then everything else is like it's like buying a Honda Civic, right? I mean, like, yeah, you could buy a Honda Civic, and yeah, you could change this, the engine, you could change the muffler, you could change the tints, you could change this and that. I don't want to change nothing. I want my car to run good. That's it. I just want to fucking drive. It's the same thing with fucking Node.js and React. It's like just the ecosystem, what they've turned it into, right? And it's a clusterfuck. Straight up, it's a clusterfuck. You spend more time trying to figure out what tool to use than you actually building anything. This is why a lot of the OGs that have been coding with Node.js and JavaScript, React, etc., like they're not even using none of the latest shit because it makes no sense. You're relearning everything. You're fucking finding new ways of doing the same shit that's already there. You know, I mean, look at this guy's thing. What's his name? Mark. I forgot his name. The guy that released shit fast, right? And the reason why that thing is popular and it's helping him make like $100,000 a month, and he's killing it, is because the ecosystem of JavaScript and Node.js is such a clusterfuck that people are willing to pay for a system that just works straight out the box. Hey, I just want to build an application. I want to have my database already set up. I want to have my user authentication already set up. I want to do all of this shit. Mind you, this is the things that in Laravel come for free. You could build a Laravel application in a weekend. The stuff that people are paying for shit fast, all that shit comes standard on Laravel. But because people are in this ecosystem, and most JavaScript developers never get to build anything, right, on their own, because they spend so much time looking online. What's the best practices? Oh, this best practice that was best practice last year is no longer best practice. So what's the next best practice? You get what I'm saying? So now you're in this infinite fucking loop of how do we build an application online? Do we do it server side? Do we do it a single fucking page app? Do we hydrate the application? Just fucking build. Just build. That's it. Right? So yeah, bro, tripping, like if you're gonna build something, just build whatever you have that you can build and it's comfortable for you. But just be careful with that Next.js, React ecosystem. And it's crazy how people push for this shit so much, right? And again, I'm not talking about Theo or anybody else. Theo's doing a great job. I love his channel because I love to go in there and see what else is fucking happening. You know what I'm saying? What else is happening in the fucking in that fucking ecosystem? Like, and I don't have the time to go in and be going through dev.to or going through all this shit. I don't have none of that shit. Theo is my CNN. I go in there to see what the hell is happening, right? I'm in the suburbs and I want to see what's happening in the projects. Who got shot, who ain't get shot, type shit. That's how I look at Theo's channel, right? It's like, yo, what's happening? Who's rebuilding the same shit again? Who's coming out with the same service again? What new latest trendy shit is happening? You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, the other day Prisma was the shit to be using. Now it's Drizzle. Yo, oh my God. So yeah. So that's the ecosystem. So you gotta be careful with that fucking ecosystem. People go in an infinite loop and never build shit. This is facts. This is why people are willing to pay $200 for an open, it's not an open source project, it's a repo. Imagine that. People are willing to pay $200 for a repo where you could go on GitHub and find a free repo. Right? Where you could go to Laravel and literally get all of those features and everything already integrated and already set up for free. But because the Node.js and React, that whole shit is such a clusterfuck. And what's funny enough is like I don't even think that by quote unquote JavaScript standards, right? Or we can't blame JavaScript. Let's just say the hype beast, right? The hype beast by the hype beast standards, the drop, the ship fast, um, the ship fast repo that Mark is selling, it's not even up to date to some of those motherfucking standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the shit works. And he's like, yo, we don't have it with everything. You know, there was a point where he was like, yo, we don't have this shit. We're not using TypeScript. And people started losing their mind. They're like, you don't use TypeScript? People didn't use TypeScript for 20, 30 years. You don't need TypeScript. TypeScript just complicates shit for no reason. People are like, yeah, but you know, once you get to a team of 200, 300, 500, 1,000 developers, you want to make sure that everything is type safe. People applications, the most applications, they won't even get to fucking 1,000 users. Why are you worrying about fucking TypeScript? Just build some shit with jQuery, put it out there, and if somebody fucking wants to buy it and use it, once you get to those problems, then you go in and you start updating shit. But what do I know? I'm just a random dude with a hat on. You know what I mean? What do I know? Right? I don't got no Google badges. I don't got no crazy, you know what I mean? Like, what do I know, right? I'm just a regular dude with a hat on. That's why, man, I'm so glad I got out of that ecosystem, man. I use JavaScript all the time. I use React for everything. But I'm not in that fucking wave. I'm not in the hype beefs, like, at all. Damn, hold on. Give me a second, guys. Let me see what's going on. I don't see none of the chats. None of the chats is loading up. Let me know what's going on. Are you guys in the chat? I can't see anything. Let me see. Can y'all see me now? Talk to me so I can see if the chat's working, bro. You know, if it's not two-way conversation, then, you know, this shit's boring. So I need the chat. What's going on? Can you guys see the chat? Let me know. Okay. Yeah, this application sucks on YouTube, bro. Especially on Android. And this is Google shit. Android system, and the shit works worse than an Apple. Let me say, hey bro, is Next.js with MongoDB good for freelancing? Next.js is the future. Forget about what's the future, bro. Worry about what's here now. That's my advice. This idea, you know, we've been saying this shit for so many years. Next.js is the future. Next.js this and that. Next.js is not the future. Something that they just keep on adding new features, new little things here and there. That doesn't mean that it's the future. You get what I'm saying? We got sold a dream. I believed it. Everybody believed it. But it's not. It didn't come out how it was supposed to. Remember Dino.js? That shit was popping for 5 minutes. Everybody stopped what they're doing. Dino.js is coming. Dino.js is coming. Yeah, bro. Let me see. Matter of fact, Dev.2 is built on Rails and React. Yeah. Next.js is MongoDB freelancing. I don't know, man. Let me see. Heartthrob never says, but real talk, Joe. That's why I hadn't committed to join up yet, because I was too confused about by all the continued deprecation with these frameworks, but you just cleared it up to now. Oh yeah, man. Don't fall trap to this thing of like deprecation and all of that shit. Like, I mean, it some things get deprecated because it makes sense, yeah. But a lot of times, like in this ecosystem of JavaScript, like you're gonna see things like they're hot today, by next year they're not hot. So guess what? What do? You have a company using whatever. Let's say you was using Angular. Even right now, you go in on search on similar tech. Search similar tech and search Angular JS. There's a bunch of companies that are still using Angular 1. Why are they still using Angular 1? Because the shit works. That, yes, there's Angular 2, there's new ways of doing components, etc. But guess what? That Angular 1 application still works. That there's a couple of little headaches that you have to go through. Yeah, but it still works. So for you as a developer, indie hacker, solopreneur, etc., when you're building a software as a service, build your company or your app with whatever you are comfortable with. Don't try to future-proof anything, because none of this is ever going to be future-proof. By next week, something else is going to come out. Literally, by next week. Right now, you do Next.js 19. Then they announced Next.js 20 a month later. So it took you 6 months to build something with whatever tool, right? Next.js 19. Now Next.js 20 came out by the time you launched it. And if they did some changes, now you got to be scrambling, trying to change everything and change it a different way, because this is the new way of doing things now. That's bullshit. You don't need that. It's like when people fall trap to... Let me turn off this AC. I'm freezing now. It's like when people go in and they go in, right? And they're like, okay, I want to learn React, right? Or I want to learn Laravel. Or I want to learn Django. Or I want to learn Ruby on Rails. People fall trap to this idea of, even when they're taking a tutorial, they're like, is this the latest one? Is this the latest version? Like, you freaking idiot. Like, it doesn't matter the version, because you're learning the concept of using the framework. Unless the framework is different from, like, let's say Angular 1 and Angular 2, right? That's a little bit different, right? That was a whole different type of framework. Then yeah, that has to be created with the latest one. But if you're learning React, right, it doesn't matter if you learn React at, let's say, React version, I don't even know, version 12 or something, right? What level they up to now? 17, 18, 19? I don't even know. I don't keep up with that shit no more. But you learn a specific version of React, right? As long as it's past a certain point, like for example, like right now, most of the React applications are using hooks. Before, they used to use create class, right? Was like the original way of doing it. Then from there, they had the hype of ES6 and ES6 classes. So everything was done through the life cycles of ES6, right? Using ES6 classes. And then from there, they came up with React hooks. Personally, I liked it when it was with classes, but it is what it is. They started with the React hooks, right? So now they're coming out with the next version, which is going to be compiled, technically, like compiled, compile your code. But when you're learning React, like you're learning React, the framework. You don't need a course to go in and teach you the new version of React because it's still React using hooks. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times people fall trapped to that, and they be like, "But is this the latest way? Is this the latest version? Is this and that?" And it's like, and then they focus so much on this shit, and they don't actually build anything. Like if you learn React, and let's say it was like React version 14, I'm guessing, right? And there's now React version 19. To learn React version 19, all you have to do is read a blog. You go to the website, you look at what they added new, and that's it. You don't need a course for that. You don't need somebody to come in and do a tutorial for that. You don't need somebody to come in and teach you anything about it, because you should already know React. And at that point, you're just using the documentation for whatever it is that you need. You get what I'm saying? But people fall trapped to that. And they never get to build anything because they just constantly relearning everything and trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it's like Prisma. Prisma is a great way, a great ORM. I love it, right? Um, most of the Shopify apps that I built, I've used Prisma, right? And Next.js. But guess what? Now they're like, okay, we gotta use Drizzle because Drizzle is using TypeScript from the ground up and this and that. I'm like, bro, like this shit don't make no fucking sense. It's doing the same job. Now we just nitpicking shit, wasting time, relearning something new, right? And who gets to benefit from this? It's not the developers. Usually, the people that get to benefit usually is influencers, YouTubers, right? People that create courses, you know? That's why I don't even focus on creating courses for, like, a new framework came out. I don't focus on that because that doesn't it's not going to get you a job. That's not going to help you get any results, right? I focus on the foundation and things that you're going to get a job with. That's it. If there's a requirement for one specific framework, then yeah, I go in and I create it. But if there isn't no requirement for that, why the hell would I go in and add the new Teletubby framework? I haven't seen nobody in any job posting searching. You go in and be like, well, we're looking for somebody that needs to know Drizzle. No one's asking for that shit. Even the major companies, they're not asking for nobody to know Drizzle. So why are we getting hyped up and, listening to every influencer and be like, oh, this new shit came out, and then we stop in whatever we're using? It's like, no, that don't make no sense. And the Morales says, but Joe, I gotta scale my portfolio to 1 billion users. Yeah, bro. People worry about shit in the future. They'll be like, well, I gotta future-proof this. But it's like, bro, first try to get 100 customers. First try to get 100 unique visitors to your site consistently. Then worry about how you scale. And people think like, whoa, what happens if it does scale and you're not ready? Then it happens. At that point, you should be able to have enough money to hire more people to come in and do the work. Till then, don't worry about it. Let me see. Since you don't have a CS, have you learned data structure and algorithms during your career? Yeah, of course. I have to teach myself, But it's not something that I specialize in. Like, I don't focus on it. Because to be honest with you, like most of the companies that I work for, they didn't need me to do any of that in any of the interviews, to be honest with you, right? And even when I hire people, I don't go in and be like, whoa, let's do algorithms. Nah, I want to see what you've done. I want to see how you're going to be able to work with me and see how you're going to be able to do this task that I need you to do. And that's it. Like, algorithms and data structure, like that shit is an outdated, way to do interviews. Everyone knows it, right? But it's a way to filter out people. You know why? Because if there wasn't a way to filter out people, then everybody qualifies for the job. Do you understand that? Right? If there wasn't a way to filter out people, everyone qualifies for the job. So how do you choose the quote unquote best developer? Right? You have to make it harder. You have to go in and make it more challenging, right? And that's the purpose of algorithms. It has nothing to do with the job at all. Like, we could say 95% of the jobs out there don't need to know about data structuring algorithms. Okay? You might have an introduction to it, but going in and say, hey, this guy's going to be building landing pages. He's going to be working on this page menu, right? That shit has nothing to do with algorithms. They're actually missing good, talented developers when they do those type of questions. That's why a lot of companies, small to medium sized businesses, they don't do algorithms questions. They do, project based. What you have done, like you go in and you apply to an e-commerce company. They're not doing algorithms because they know they don't need you for that. What they need you to know is, do you understand what Google Analytics is? Do you understand how to use Shopify? Do you understand how to work with JavaScript? Can you show us some examples of how you was able to connect to the Shopify API and be able to create a feature for the Shopify theme? Can you show us how you can connect through Zapier and webhooks to basically send data, so then it could also pass that data to all of the other services that we need this store to send the data to? Can you create a custom Shopify API, Shopify application that connects to the Shopify API, so we can create custom apps for our business? Hey, we have this inventory management system that connects to this, and that. But do you know how to connect that using Mongo, not MongoDB, GraphQL, and be able to pull the data to then send it to a REST API? Can you do that? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to use the Shopify Plus features that Shopify has? Right? That's the type of questions you're gonna get in an e-commerce, in an e-commerce business. Now you go to Google. Google's asking a bunch of random shit that has nothing to do with the job most of the time. And why do they do that? Is to filter out people. They know everybody wants to go there. They know everybody wants to go and apply to those jobs. So how they gonna go in and filter everybody out if everyone has the same or similar skills? Very simple. You go in and you make it challenging. You go in and test, the way how they think, see how they could solve a problem, how they can react under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're probably just working, someone could be just working on the YouTube channel, right? On the YouTube application, fixing menus. And again, the YouTube application on the browser version is garbage. Is garbage. Like, if you go in and you start going in, you click on a video and you go to click to multiple videos fast enough, you'll have the audio playing from the previous video showing you another video on the fucking screen. The algorithm that they have is not consistent. It's not as good as the one on TikTok or even Instagram. You get what I'm saying? But they have the audacity to go in and be like, yo, we gotta go in and start asking algorithms and this and that. It's like, motherfucker, you need people that can actually code. You need people that can actually come in here and help you fucking build these applications. They're garbage. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's where sometimes I'll be like, yo, it's like someone told me too about this. They went to an application. They would apply to work at Google Cloud, right? Go work on the Google Cloud services. And in the interview, they were giving them a bunch of random algorithm questions. He's like, yo, I'm going to be working with servers. Why are you asking me questions about algorithm? You get what I'm saying? But that's how they go in. If somebody went to college and went to study computer science, right, in an outdated world, that's what they used to do. They used to come in and say, hey, everyone has a degree, so how do we go in and test the individual? Back then, you didn't even show up with a portfolio. Remember, if you're talking about the 80s, early 90s, people don't show up with applications to show, right? They will go in and they will show up with just their degree. And then from there, they will have to go in and get tested on algorithms to see how they think, how they're able to solve problems. This is 2024. I don't need to be doing algorithms. Look at my applications. Look at what I built. You get what I'm saying? But that's the problem. That's where, interviews and most of these companies, these tech companies, they're off. And then what's really fucked up is that you'll have companies that are not even, let's just say the elites, right? The elites in the tech industry, right? But then you'll have like a company like Home Depot. Home Depot that needs developers to build their internal tools and build their website, right? And they'll be asking for algorithms. Why are they asking for algorithms? Because Google does it. And if Google does it, it's a standard. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a trickle down effect that affects the whole fucking industry with some shit that you don't need. But what do I know? I'm just a random dude with a hat on. Yeah, man. Let me see. Heartthrob never says my final question is this: I've been painstakingly learning MERN and MongoDB when I join your platform, what stack will you have us do? First of all, even though you've been doing the MERN stack, this is the question that I'm gonna ask you. And it's funny enough that you're asking the same thing as somebody that I had a conversation with. At 12 o'clock, I had a meeting with Felix. Shout out to Felix if you're watching the live stream. Felix booked a call with me, right? He's interested in signing up to codingphase.com because he's like, okay, I'm looking around, I'm looking at boot camps, I'm looking at everything out here. Let me see, can you answer some other questions and let's discuss the program. How this is gonna work. So this is the number one thing. I don't care if you know MERN stack, I don't care if you know full stack, I don't care what you know, okay? If you're not getting results with that, right, we're starting you off from scratch, right, from the beginning, okay? What do I mean by that? This is how you're supposed to learn. Before you learn the MERN stack, before you learn MongoDB, before you learn any of these things, what you needed to learn was what type of jobs can I get with HTML, CSS? And I know you're probably saying, and people get confused with this a lot of times because they, in their head, they're like, I want to build things. I want to, code. I want to build applications. I want to do all of this shit. But you will build all of these applications, right? But you have to take this gradually. What's the point of you learning full stack development if you can't get a job with that? Because you have no experience, right? So when someone comes in and you went to a boot camp, you went to college. I got a lot of people that went to boot camps, I went to college, right? I got people that have been like going through platforms to platform, Codecademy, Udemy, fucking every platform out here. Watch every tutorial on YouTube, did 20,000 Netflix clones. They've done everything, but they can't get a job. Guess what? I don't care what you know. That's great that you know all of those things. We gotta first get you your first job. And your first job, most of the time, it's not gonna be in those positions that you thought you was gonna get because they're looking for experience. So the first thing we gotta knock out is getting you in the game, and then from there, you can continue going into that route that you was going on, right? So we got to start you off with the Tech Accelerator program. You come in, right? Guess what? You already know HTML, CSS, so you don't have to learn that. But what do you need to learn? Content management systems, right? If you never build a website with WordPress, you never build a Shopify store, you don't know what HubSpot is, you don't know what Contentful is, guess what? You got to learn those things, because that's how you're going to be able to manage websites. That's the easiest job that you're going to be able to get. If you say, I want to get my first job already, man, I've been coding all this time, please God, let me in. It's very simple. Learn how to manage websites. Once you do that, you get that job, right? You could get a job with that, or you also continue learning the next skill, which is email development. Email development is also just using HTML, CSS, and learning the tools around marketing, right? What do I mean by that? You need to learn Google Analytics. You need to understand how to look at data, right? You need to understand how to use. My fault, guys. Everybody want to call me when I'm live. They see me live. I don't know what my family members follow me, and then they say, "Damn, I'm watching you live. You calling me to tell me you watching me live? Like, leave that shit in the comment section." Like, yeah, I swear to God, people think I'm a celebrity or something. I'm just a regular dude. What the hell? Yeah, family members too, man. But going back into what I was telling you, right? We got to start you off from content editor, email developer, right? You already have those skills, the technical skills. What you're missing is the skills to get the job, right? So we teach you those things, right? Now you get a job with that position, right? And as you go through that position, we also go in and teach you about front-end development using Shopify, building online stores from scratch, building Shopify themes, right? You learn the process of how Shopify works, right? And you're basically using front-end development, which is, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all of the things that you probably already know, but guess what? You don't know how to do it with Shopify. So you learn those skills, right? That's where you're going to find a small to medium-sized businesses that's gonna actually hire you, right? Those big time companies, don't even look at those companies for now, man, because it's a pipe dream right now. To be honest with you, right? That you might see a guy get hired here and there, and he's working for XYZcompany.com, da da da. Guys, you don't know their background. Most of you guys that's out here are working regular jobs. Your time is limited, right? So not only is your time is limited to learn new things, but then also too, your time is limited to even apply to job positions or to go to interviews, right? Those big time companies, they're looking for people with experience and a certain track record. You have two avenues, right? The avenue of going to college, getting a degree, right? Going to internships and this and that, and then landing a position there, right? Or you go in and you work in, you know, fucking medium-sized companies to larger companies, right? And going that route. But that doesn't happen for everybody. This is why so many people is out here without a job. Because they think they're overqualified, right? And that's like one of the worst things that you could think for yourself too. Heartthrob, right? Just talking to you because it seems like you already went in this MERN stack and all of this stuff. So there's a lot of things that you know, right? But there's a lot of people that they believe they're overqualified for certain jobs. And it's like the truth is like, no, you're not overqualified. You're a web developer. You're not a React developer. You're not a PHP developer. You're not a backend developer. You're not a front-end developer. You're a web developer. What does that mean? If today I need you to build me a website for a bakery, you should be able to build me a website for a bakery. And what's the best tools to do that? Guess what? Maybe I'll use WordPress. Maybe I'll use Shopify. Maybe I'll use Squarespace, right? Build it fairly quickly and get it out there. Now, this is where people go wrong. They're like, I need to build this shit from scratch. I gotta over-engineer this shit. I gotta use React. I gotta use Merstack. I gotta do this and that. Now I gotta find out which one do I use. Dribble, type, you know what I'm saying? Tell when CSS, this and that. And then they don't do shit. As a web developer, there's a tool for every situation. Okay? So what I try to teach people in my program is to get results, right? Is going in and saying, hey, you learn all of this gradually. I learned this over time, right? I made mistakes myself, guys. I'm teaching you guys from my own mistakes. I'm teaching you guys from other people's mistakes. And I'm teaching you guys from what I've seen that has worked. Okay? There's people that is going to learn everything at home. I'm going to continue giving you guys this example. It's like right now you can learn all the biology books that you want. You could go in and watch all the ER and fucking, what's the name? Saving Grace or some shit? Grace Anatomy. I forgot the name of the show. You can watch all those shows, but you cannot show up to a hospital with a hoodie on and some gloves and say, yo, hey guys, I'm here to do surgery. Yeah, I watch a couple of YouTube tutorials. What's going on? His heartbeat's good. They're not gonna let you in the hospital. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing with, the dream jobs that you guys want, right? You have to work for it. You have to build yourself up. Don't trust me. Don't believe nothing I say. Go to LinkedIn, search Google engineer, software engineer, right? Look into all the top companies that you want to go work at and look who works there, right? In the engineering teams. And then start writing down a list. And just a simple list, right? One list is going to be for people who have more than 3 jobs before they started working at that company that you want to work at. And then put in the other people that have gone through Ivy League schools. Go do that list. I don't have to fucking tell you guys this. There's some shit that you should be able to go in and do on your own. You go ahead and try it out. And you're gonna notice most of the people that work in the companies you want to work at, they're not coming from a YouTube tutorial. They're not coming from a Udemy course. They're not coming from a XYZ fucking boot camp. You get what I'm saying? They're not coming from CodingPhase. They're not. They go from CodingPhase to a small business, then from there go into a medium-sized business, and then from there they go to the big time. That's the real shit that's happening. You know what I'm saying? That's the real truth. Now, when you go to most of these platforms, they're gonna tell you you could do it. You could do it. You know what I mean? The water boy. The water boy, you could do it, man. It's fucking cap, bro. It's cap. That's like winning the lottery. Yes, that there's a couple of people that fucking win the lottery, but you gonna base your life on that? Come on now. You gotta base it on the shit that's for sure. You either went to an Ivy League school or a state university and grind it. Because we gotta give respect to all those young kids that we keep seeing on a day in the life of a software engineer, a day in the life and this and that, and they're working at XYZ company, eating granola. We gotta give them respect. You know why? Because they didn't get there from a fucking Udemy course. They didn't get there from a boot camp. Go look at the track record. Those motherfuckers been going from fucking junior high school to then fucking going to a decent school. Maybe they're going to get their master at an Ivy League school. Go look it up. You don't have to believe me. Most of these fucking people that you see, the Mayukos, the Jomatex, they went to Stanford University. Go look up how to get into Stanford. Go look up how to get into Stanford. Now again, in this channel, I don't have little kids. I don't have the 20-year-old or 19-year-old. This is a channel for adults, right? Motherfuckers that already got kids, that got families, 27 and up. Here and there, we might get a 24, 25-year-old, but most of the people in here, 27 and up, grown people. Now, we have a different road. Our road is we need to get our first job, get our feet wet into the industry, build the skills that we need, have the experience to get the second job, and then continue going to the third job. And then from there, you're getting whatever job the hell you want. That's the guaranteed way. You're not going to college for 4 years, but you're going to work this first 4 years. You're going to have to put in that work. Now, if you try to go in and you say, I want to skip the steps, Joe. I don't want to start from here. I don't want to get a $65,000 job, $85,000 job, because I'm already making something similar to that. Or maybe I've seen somebody that makes way more money than me by doing that. But the thing is that you don't have their fucking track record. You don't have their Carfax. Your Carfax is way different. And it's like you could live in a bubble and follow all of these people that tell you, hey, it's so easy to do this, da-da-da. Or you go in and you say, all right, I'm going to put in the work. Right? I'm going to be realistic. This is a new career. I'm 32 years old. I got one kid. I got one baby mama. And maybe I got another one on the way. I don't even know, because last week was a crazy weekend. Right? I might have a kid on the way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All right? Again, I'm cracking jokes, but it's true. Right? So your time is limited. Your time, you work in a regular job. You don't even have the time to put in like some of these kids where they just sit down and be like, well, I don't work. I'm at home. I'm living in my mom's house. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I seen the other day in the comment section on a TikTok video, somebody talking about, it's like, yeah, man, you know, there's like, yeah, the economy's bad, da-da-da, and, you know, it really sucks, you know, because I got to work 2 jobs to pay off my rent, right? And there goes, like, one of the young kids in the comment section. He's like, ha, 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 look at these noobs. They paying rent. I live for free in my mom's house. Like, and I started laughing. I was like, yo, it's true. When you're young, you could do that. But you 28 years old. What the fuck is you doing in your mom's house? You're 30-something years old. You can't just be like, well, my wifey's working. You're a bum. You got your wifey working and you fucking, you just bumming it? You're a bum. Now, of course, if shit happens that, man, I lost my job, let me go and train myself, let me do what I have to do. But if you just leeching off your wife, your baby moms, or your parents, and you're fucking 27 and up, you're a bum. That's how society looks at you. You don't have the option to go in and be like, yo, I'm gonna be out of work for 6 months, a year. Let me go in and study all of this. No, your time is limited. So you have to look at your reality and plan accordingly. So when people come to my platform, that's what you got to remember. I'm not trying to give you what everybody else is giving you. I'm trying to get you the results that you need. I need you to get your first job and get into the game. Then once you have that, I can help you get into whatever else you want. But I need the first step. First step is we need to get you into a job. Okay? And we need to get you into a technical job in the tech industry. When they go in and they look at your resume and they say, well, hey, now he's a full stack developer and he's applying for a $150,000 job, right? You don't want your job to say, hey, I've been doing Uber for the last 3 years. That don't make no sense. Even I don't feel comfortable going in. That's like, again, I'm not trying to discredit anybody that's doing Uber or doing anything, but you got to understand, in corporate America, they're looking at you down already, bro. They're looking down on you already. So what you got to do is you got to finesse your way in. You finesse your way in through the easier roles that's still paying you good. 65 to 85K, that's better than a teacher. There's people going to school for 4 years and getting a master, and they don't make 85K. This is why I'm trying to burst that little bubble from you guys, that a lot of people don't live in the real world. There's people right now making 30K, 28K with a full-time job and doing maybe Uber on the side to go in and make an extra, $2,000 a month. So for you to go in and learn a new skill in a month and a half and be able to apply to a job and qualify for it, right? And land a position 65 to 85K, that shit is a blessing. And that's the reason that you're able to get that is because you applied yourself. A lot of these people that's working those little $28,000 jobs, they don't apply themselves. I was talking to somebody today, and he was telling me that, yo, that's like half the money. He making like half the money of what I'm already saying, 65, 85K, right? And I told him, like, yo, the good thing is that you're applying yourself. You're putting yourself out there and you're looking for a solution. Do you understand how many people, they just give up on life and just be like, well, I'm just going to stay here. I guess this is the only jobs I qualify with. You know what, man? I don't want to study something. I don't want to put extra work. I don't want to go back to college. You know what, man? I got my little Honda Civic. I got like my little bag of weed. I got a little bit to drink on the weekends. Once in a blue moon, we go to Cancun, to Tulum, whenever we find a fucking special deal on a winter time. You know what I mean? Like, you want to live that type of lifestyle? Shit, don't do nothing with your life. But if you understand that you can do better and you could do way better things than where you're at in life, you're always going to push forward and you're going to get there. The problem is that people give up halfway there or get too comfortable. So going back to, to your main question, we start with content editing. We start with email development because it gets you results. It gets you the first initial job. And when you go into one of these companies and it says, well, I work for XYZ agency. I work for, Disney. I worked on NBC. I worked on Paramount. I worked on the new Hulu app. I worked on Abercrombie and Finch. I worked for American Eagle. I worked for Carnival. I worked at Amazon as an email developer. Like, now you're coming in with your own badges, right? It's not the big shit that quote unquote developers be like, man, oh my God, a Google developer. As if this motherfucker is something special, right? But when corporate America looks at your resume and says, damn, this guy has a track record. He worked at Disney, the 8 months there, and he's still working there, because you're applying to new jobs while you're still working within the company. You get what I'm saying? You don't go in and be like, I quit my job or I got fired and then now I'm looking for a new job. No, you start looking for jobs while you're working at the company, because now you're valuable. They're taking you away from this company. This is a talented individual and we're taking him away to put him in this position. Now you can work as a front-end developer, full stack developer, xyz.com. It's much easier for you to get that full-time developer role coming from a bigger company than you showing up and be like, yeah, man, right now I'm working at a Sushi Ninja. But ain't you Mexican? Yeah, bro, we gotta do what we gotta do out here, bro. You know what I mean? Like dude is a fucking Mexican dude making sushis and fucking Sushi Ninja. You get what I'm saying? Like, it already sounds crazy, right? So that on your resume is not gonna help you out. Then if you go in and you say, hey, I'm working for xyz.com and now I'm going for full stack roles, when you actually have the skills, right? There's people that watch a couple of tutorials on Netflix, not Netflix, on YouTube, like the Netflix clone, and they think they are React developers. You're not a React developer. You watch a tutorial. Have you ever built an application? Have you ever built something for a client? You haven't? Great. You don't have experience. That's why when you go to this interview, you don't get a job, because guess what? There's a guy that worked at an agency and he used React. There's a guy that worked at an e-commerce store and they were selling products online. And guess what? He had to create components for that website using React. So when he shows up to this company that they're looking for, quote unquote, React developer, he has React experience. You showing up with a tutorial. I did 16 hours on YouTube. 42,000 hours on Udemy. That's not experience, bro. You get what I'm saying? So that's the power of actually getting in the industry. The part of the money, right? It's great. We all here for the bread, right? All here for the money. But what's important is that you get in. Once you get in, you can make way more money. Right? That's what's important. You got to look at yourself like one of those people that, you know, look up the journey of a chef. I want you guys, this is my homework for you guys today. Search the journey for a chef, a Michelin chef. Look it up. Guys like Ramsay, what was the guy's name? Gordon Ramsay, those fucking guys. Go look up their journey. There's two ways that you can go and become a top chef with your own restaurant, with your own name, that you got a restaurant in Dubai, a restaurant in Vegas, restaurant this. To get to that point, you got two roads. Some of the guys, they go into like major universities, right? Major schools, like in France and shit like that, and they study culinary degrees over there, right? Which most of us, we don't even qualify for because we don't got access to that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have access to that, right? And then there's the other people that build themselves up. I just seen a documentary of this guy who, I forgot his name. He's one of the biggest chefs in New York City. Has like a restaurant that Obama goes to, Clinton goes to, all the big time like politicians and celebrities, they go to his spot, right? How do they go in and they make it that big, right? What was his journey? His journey was, he started as a dishwasher. From a dishwasher, he was cutting the salads and the potatoes, and just being around a motherfucker that went to the Michelin school, the fucking culinary school. You get what I'm saying? Being in that same ecosystem, just working there. By him working there, when somebody left to another company, another restaurant, he went in, boom, took his position. Now he's there working with the main chef. He's a chef assistant. You know, the chef's got like four or five assistants there. One is cutting up the meat. One is making sure that the temperatures is good. One is doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? This is the same journey that you're going to have to put in as a developer. You're going to start as a content editor. You're going to start as an email developer. Now you're working with the marketing team. Now you're working with the developers that's building the more complex work, right? But being in that ecosystem, now you're learning more from within. You're in already. That your shit doesn't say full stack engineer. It doesn't matter. You're using your skills. You're using code to build things. When a motherfucker's sick, guess what? You taking that position. When a dude that comes in like, man, I don't want to go in and build his landing pages because I actually have a lot of bugs to do over here. Joe, you think you can handle this? I've been waiting for this. Put me in, coach. Boom. Now you go in, you're building your React application, you're killing bugs, you're doing this and that. But guess what? They hire you to do emails. But because you was in the ecosystem, when the shit hit the fan, now you're in the team. This is how life works, guys. This shit is not easy. You got to build yourself up. But guess what? 5 years from now, it's going to be a different story for you. 5 years from now, you're going to be like, damn, I did that in my first year. Then I went to this job, did 2 years there, killed it, did front-end development. My third and fourth year, I was now a full stack developer at a company. Guess what? Now I'm mid-level, senior level, 5 years in the game. Now I'm getting that $180,000. You want that, or you want to have a dream and you stay at home with a dream? You know how many people would be in here in this comment sections? Y'all know it, right? I don't have to point y'all out, right? But y'all know it. Some of you guys been fucking trying to do this shit for years. You get what I'm saying? Y'all been trying to do this shit for years and haven't found no results. And it's because you're trying to skip steps. Some people have luck with that, trying to skip steps. But guess what? If you haven't found $100, right, on the street in the last 6 months, you're not lucky. You're not at the right place at the right time. So stop thinking that you're lucky. Stop thinking that shit is going to come to you because you're a good person. It's not. You have to think this way, which is, I got to be realistic. What's the odds of me getting this XYZ job, right, with no experience? Let me go in and get experience, get into the game, build myself up, actually know the skill. So when I do get the opportunity to go to that interview, I kill it. What's the point of getting an interview if you're going to fucking bomb it? Right? You know you're not ready. You could go to the interviews and somehow finesse your way in there. You send a million emails to the company. You're sending a million applications. You're using multiple fucking email accounts. Like your name is John and Jose. Every fucking and yeah. Now you got the interview. You got no experience and you don't really know the shit. You know. For me to really say I know how to build full stack applications like really, really well, I didn't learn that shit till my third, fourth year, to be honest with you. Even though I knew the foundation of it, I knew everything, like how to build an application, but I wasn't really ready till like 3-4 years. You know, my last job, right? My last job, this is when I knew I was the fucking shit. I was like, damn, I fucking learned so much in this last 6-7 years, right? My last job, I took the job because I was like, I just want to get an easy job, da-da-da. And I went in there, boom. It was supposed to be just front-end developer, minding my own business. I don't, if I don't have to tell somebody I know full stack, I'm not telling them I know full stack. So I could just focus on the front end and have my life super easy. I go to this company. This company is fucking literally almost about to go under. There's a whole bunch of shit that was happening. I had to rebuild 15 years of logic, right? Of everything that they had, from connecting to the machines in the fucking warehouse, to building the website, to everything, to creating customer service, creating a custom customer service system. Like, I'm telling you, everything from email development to every skill that I teach, I had to use to build this fucking website for this company. And most of the decisions and almost everything, I had to come up with it. To this day, they're still using all of the shit that I put them on, because the whole website was built from the ground up by me, right? And when I did that shit in under 6 months, 15 years, there's like somebody coming in and be like, yo, build me Macy's from scratch. Everything from the customer service to the fucking, orders being returned to fucking warehouse to mass shit. I'm telling you, like a full e-commerce business. I did that shit under 6 months. Just me and another developer, right? Most of the decisions were made by me, and the other developer helped me out with the projects. And we fucking knocked that shit out under 6 months. 15 years worth of code, basically. Rebuilt everything. Now, what's interesting is that once I did that shit, I was like, holy shit, I learned a lot. I wouldn't be able to build these things in my first year. I wouldn't be able to build these things in my second year, my third year, my fourth year, my fifth year, right? I got to build that shit because I was a web developer. That's like, no cap. There's a fucking level that you reach. You're basically like Super Saiyan. Like straight up, like that's like the easiest way I could explain it. And it's not me tuning my horn and this and that. There's guys that's out here, they're very eloquent as they speak. I'm not. I'm from the fucking hood. I'm not this fucking guy that knows a million big words and try to sound smart. No, I have all that shit here, right? But what really fucking impressed me, I was impressed. I was like, to be able to do all this stuff, I could give this to the majority of developers that I even seen here on YouTube. They wouldn't be able to build none of that shit that I did because I had to go in and have every single skill in web development to do that. Every single skill. Everything from content management, how a content management system works. I had to build that from scratch. I had to build a customer service. I understand the whole process of the whole logic of how every situation, and you know, from live chat to fucking messaging to sending emails to sending text messages, right? Going in to fucking building the whole front end from scratch with React, some parts in Vue.js, some parts in React. To then from there, building the whole backend with PHP Laravel, connecting to a fucking API on .NET that connects to all of the warehouse machines. A whole bunch of shit. Like literally every fucking thing in web development, I had to do it in under 6 months. Every category. The only thing that I didn't fucking do was anything with like AI, because at the time it wasn't something that company cared about. But everything that you could think of, when you go into a fucking like a major company and you see all of the things and think the tools from behind the scenes that people don't even know about, I built all that shit from scratch. Now, how was I able to do that? It wasn't because I was like, I'm a React developer. I'm a backend developer. I'm a PHP developer. Because then if I was just one of those two things, then I wouldn't be able to do the emails, and I wouldn't be able to do the SMS messaging and the lives, all that shit. It's too much to even fucking mention. But because I understood every fucking thing, and it was just like everything clicked in for me, right? Everything clicked in from like the same thing that I'm teaching now, the tech accelerator, which is learn the easy things, right? Content editing, email development, right? All of those things is all connected. From there, you learn front end development with Shopify. Boom, you learn all of that. Then from there, you get into building full stack application with PHP, right? I'm also doing a Node.js. Hopefully by August, I should be doing that. I'm revamping the whole Node.js section because I'm gonna have basically that two path. You have either PHP or Node.js because people like that shit. They want to have it, so I'm gonna give it to them, right? Um, but yeah, like how do you do that? And then how do you understand how businesses work? How advertisement work? How UTM tags work? How all of this shit? There's so much stuff that I teach through the whole tech accelerator that is like literally preparing you to be a web developer. And I'm telling you, when you're a web developer, that's like Super Saiyan status. You're not limited to just one position. You basically can apply to every job that's out there. When people come in and be like, damn, I can't find a React job. I just chuckle at that shit because I can apply to every fucking job that I want. In web development, I'm qualified for doing every single job. There's nothing that I'm not qualified for. The only thing that I will say that maybe I haven't dived deep into is like AI, and that's it. But other than that, every fucking thing under the umbrella of web development, I know it like the back of my hand. And that's what I'm trying to teach people in this program is like, yo, you're going to have to learn this shit. But it's like the best thing that you're going to do for yourself because once you learn this, you're never going to miss out on like any jobs You pretty much could work anywhere. But it's a process. It's not something that you want to do it in one shot. It's not like a boot camp. We're going to teach you the whole fucking web development in 3 months. You're not going to be able to do that shit. It's like CodingPhase right now has over 90 plus courses. You think you're going to be able to do that in 6 months? Good luck. Like, you're not going to be able to do that in 6 months. That's 7 years of courses and content creating for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be able to do that in 6 months. That's just gonna be a journey that you're gonna have to go through. But you have to do it gradually. You go content editor, email development, front end development, specialize in one specific front end development, do Shopify, learn React. From there, go to backend. Choose which one you want to go to, PHP or Node.js. You want to stick with JavaScript, stick with JavaScript. But guess what? We already laid the groundwork. You already got a job as a content editor or email developer, and you already got a job as a front-end developer, right? By that time, when you decide to choose PHP or Node.js, it doesn't matter because you already have enough years of experience where you qualify for those positions. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in here, man. Let me see right through here. What tech stack were you using in your last job? I was using React and Laravel. And then we also implemented certain sections into using Vue.js that at the time we didn't want to make it into a single page app because most of the other stuff, like the whole backend was, not the backend, but all the internal tools were like single page apps. But on the website itself was server side rendered, and I decided that it would be better to use Vue.js for like the sliders and things like that. And also too, like Laravel works really well with Vue.js when you use it that way. At the time, we didn't have inertia and all of the stuff that came out after, where you can connect Laravel components basically with, or Laravel routes directly into your framework. Like, it was much harder before. Let me see. Reading through here. I can go to Jacksonville, North Carolina, and get 3K square footage for same price. Yo, let me be your doctor. Watch Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's people that be like, yeah, man, y'all remember that show, The Hacker or whatever? He's like, yeah, man, I could code now. It's like, yo, you just watch a show, bro. Like, this shit takes work. Yeah, no, and I know sometimes that shit ruffles some feathers. People are like, yo, why this guy so arrogant? Sometimes talks like he went super saiyan. Nah, but that's how I feel. Like, once you reach to that stage where you pretty much can build anything, bro. Like I'm not limited to one fucking stack or one little thing. It's like I could use everything, literally. You know, it's just funny. But it didn't come in 3 months. It didn't come in 1 year. We're talking about 5+ years. That's when I went in. I really, because I had so many different projects. One of the blessings that I had too was I worked contract jobs most of my career. You know, um, basically all my jobs were contract work, like 6 months here, 9 months there, a year over here, right? But it was like I was like a run and gun. I was a mercenary. I'm over here like a hitman type shit. Oh, you want me to build you a game with JavaScript for Kellogg's? Cool, let's go. I'll do it. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know how to do it, but give me the assets and I'll figure it out. Shit, I figured it out and got it done. Oh, you want me to go work for over here on Paramount, right? which was Viacom at the time. Y'all have MTV, BET, all of that shit. Y'all want me to work on the fucking video player. You want me to do this and that, change this on the site. Cool, let me go in, let me get in there. Get all that shit done, right? Oh, you want me to work at a small agency, local business? Y'all need some WordPress? Cool, let me do that too, right? Oh, you want me to go in and do this thing called Shopify where no one really knows it like that, but it's some Ruby on Rails. Guess what? I have some Ruby on Rails background. Cool, let me get in there. Boom, liquid. Oh yeah, I got that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as you continue over time and going through all of these jobs and all of this projects, you accumulate all of the skills, right? And like for me, one of the main reasons why I didn't want to work full time for a lot of companies, even though after they gave me like most companies will be like, oh, do you want to come and work for us full time as an employee? I'm like, not really, because I will see what happens to employees. Employees get stuck into one section of the company, one team, right? And they only have one skill set, right? And they're good at that. For me, I had bigger visions, right? I had a bigger dream. My dream wasn't to go and work the corporate ladder, do 2, 3, 4 years here, and then, hey, let's go study some algorithms and let's go work at Google. I had no dreams for that, right? My dream was I need to learn skills, practical skills that will help me never have to work for somebody else. And those contract jobs that I took, everything from the marketing to learning with JavaScript, learning full stack development on, PHP, Ruby on Rails, it gave me enough knowledge where now I can use that and take that outside of work, and I could take the fucking plug out of my neck and get out of the matrix. You get what I'm saying? Because if not, then I would just be on the matrix forever, bro. This is why some people, they just stay working corporate jobs. They don't have the skills to be able to open up their own business. But it's not really their fault. It's that when you work for some of these companies, they give you tasks that is just for that business. You learn things that's just necessary for that specific industry or that specific business. For me, I looked through the jobs. I used to go on Creative Circle. At the time, they used to have a email list that they will send you all the jobs, right? And then also too, they will have you like a login section where you will go in and you will see all the jobs that Creative Circle will have available. And I'm like, okay, cool. I want to learn this skill because I know this could be useful. So I will apply to those type of jobs. Then they will call me. Boom. Go into the quick interview, right? And then from there, I show them what I've done, what company I work for, and that's it. They gave me the job. And I just continue doing that shit. And I will get paid even more. Because a lot of times, when I would go into some of these companies and I negotiate my own salary, sometimes even, to be honest with you, when I was first starting, I felt like I don't know how much to ask. I didn't know how much, I didn't know how much like I should be getting paid. If I ask for fucking, it's a weird dynamic. Like the only fucking Hispanic dude in there. You know what I'm saying? Like a weird dynamic, right? People might say that's all in your head. No, it's the fucking truth, man. You get what I'm saying? Lil Billy goes in and fucking asks, I want $100 an hour. There's barely any pushback. You go in, they're already giving you like, I don't know. So for me, I will always go in and ask for a fair price, $50, $60, $65 an hour. But the cool thing about Creative Circle, that Creative Circle don't play no fucking games. You know what I'm saying? Creative Circle don't play no fucking games. It's Lil Cindy on HR. So you're not negotiating your own salary. She's negotiating for you. Yeah, we need 120 for them. And guess what? Creative Circle goes in, gets you the 120. But guess what? Creative Circle takes like 45 out of that. So like, yeah, we're gonna work this shit out for you, my guy. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna tax you. So yeah, because I remember one time. Because remember, you might go in and Creator Circle might give you like 65 $75 an hour, right? And but then when you talk to like the manager, project manager, or the people that's in charge of like the job, and they're like, damn, you, it must be nice getting paid so much. And I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, yeah, you getting paid like 125. I'm like, what? I was like, damn, I didn't even know. And this motherfucker's giving me like 70, 65. Motherfuckers eating half the whole shit just because they negotiated for you. But that's the thing. In this game, that's how life is, bro. You're gonna be the pimp or you're gonna be the hoe. One of those two. Now, you're gonna be broke if you don't be either one. That's for sure. So sometimes you gotta get pimped out, right? You know, it is what it is. But they had the connects. They had those companies. They have those relationships where they could get you contracts fairly quickly. They could get you in right away. You know, I only spent 2 weeks from 2012, where I officially started working on a job, right? From 2012, right? 2011, the whole year I spent learning at home. 2012 till summer of 2017, which is like when y'all got to meet me, right? I never had a fucking week off. Like, I never had like a month off. I had 2 weeks off. That's it. 2 weeks off in all of that time. Because I was just contract to contract to contract. I ain't taking no vacation. I ain't getting no layoff. I wasn't looking for a job. Creator Circle had me good. I was eating good. I ain't have to, fuck around too much. I did my a good job. Apply through them, and I always found a job right away. I ain't have to do shit. You know what I mean? But again, that came with the fact that I was a web developer. I wasn't a React developer. I wasn't a PHP developer. I wasn't none of the shit. I wasn't an email developer. I was a web developer. I was somebody that can literally go in and build whatever you need me to do. So, any job that popped up, I just applied to it, and then I showed up to the offices, and then I say like, oh, can you do this and that, da da da? Yeah, I could do it, and then explain it to the person. Blah blah blah. This is what we're gonna do. Cool. That's it. Yeah, staffing agencies. Yeah, sometimes you gotta get pimped out, bro. It sounds crazy, but that's how life is, you know. And that's a nasty clip, yo, yo, yo. You know what's funny, man? Yeah. Shout out to this kid, man. What's this kid's name? The kid I always be saying. I think his name is Richard. Yo, Little Richards. I can't remember his name. Damn. He's the kid that always be saying, yo, on King David. He's like, yo, on King David, da da da, right? Yo, so he goes in and he tells a girl, like a random girl in the street, a random girl in the street, right? He goes like, yo, he's like with the mic, he's like, yo, um, do you know about Huck Twat girl? Do you do that too? Da da da. He's like asking the girl, right? And the girl's like giggling and this and that. And like, oh no, I don't do that. It's like just hot twat the mic and this and that, right? And some dude, some little rainbow kid came out of nowhere. He's like, hey, stop harassing her and this and that. And this dude goes like, yo, and again, I'm not. I love everybody, but it was just funny the way how he said it. He's like, "Yo, listen, man, you." He's like freaky ass, and you're 69. He's like, "Yo, 69 guy, yo, go get your ass back in Diddy's crib, man. Like, fuck is you doing?" Yo, and that shit made me laugh like crazy. I was like, "Yo, how this dude is like, yo, go back to Diddy's crib." So it's like, yo. I was just laughing because the dude is like, yo, I feel bad for Diddy. Diddy was one of my favorite artists of all time, man. I really did like Diddy when I was I learned English, right? My first album that lent me, because I didn't have no money. I was a little kid, right? My cousin lent me, right? My friend, I call him my cousin, but my friend lent me the Jay-Z Volume 2, right? It's a hard knock life for us, right? That one. Then from there, um, I had the DMX album, right? The one that was and you're on slipping and falling. I can't get up and you're on slipping. Right? So that's my second album. Mind you, I'm learning English through these two albums, bro. And then my third one was Puff Daddy and the Family. Right? So I have a lot of respect for Diddy, right? So now it's just crazy how Diddy's like, and dude is like, yo, no Diddy. You know what I mean? Yeah, but with some real nasty work, it's like, yo, go get back into Diddy's crib. Yeah, it's like, yo, go get back to Diddy's crib. Like, fuck is you talking to me right now? Yo, that shit is crazy, man. Yo, it's beautiful sunny ass Florida out here, man. It feels good to be in the Benz though, man. When you in the Benz, yo, yeah. Man, I can't wait. Give me a year from now, man. I had so much shit last year, bro. I was supposed to get my fucking. I wanted to get another car, cause I got this shit. This shit is nice though, but I need to get something better. Not that better. This shit is fine, but I want to get something bigger, man. Like I want to get like a Bentley Bentayga, a fucking Rolls Royce Cullinan. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I feel amazing in this shit, like I need to hop out. My energy's gonna go to the roof when I hop out the fucking Cullinan, you know. But yeah, man, I was supposed to do all that shit, but I swear to God, man, I'll be honest, guys. I haven't been active too much over here the last few days. I've been going through like some ups and downs type shit, man. Like, this is why I love coming here and to talk to you guys, answering your questions, having all this conversation. Because in reality, it's like I feel like y'all family. You know what I mean? Like y'all my friends in a sense, right? And I like to come in and help you guys out. But at the same time, like I haven't been fucking good. Like, the last few days, I don't know. You probably could see it in my face. Like I haven't been fucking good. My energy hasn't been up there, man. And it's because, I took a major L, man. 2022, and haven't really gotten my energy up like how I used to have it. That's why I'm thinking about renting a office and having my office back. After my house got fucking hit with that tree and the fucking hurricane, and then, paying so much money to fucking fix it, and from there, the insurance didn't cover shit, so basically I had to pay for everything myself. I had to use so much of my fucking cash for things that I wanted to give myself, right? And just like, and it's not all material things, but it's like, fuck, it's like, it just brings my mood down that every time I'm about to do something for myself, I can't do it because I gotta do it for other fucking people. And then I got family members asking me for money and a bunch of shit. And then I have to be the one to help them out because I'm the only one that got some money, right? So, but then at the same time, that shit brings my mood down, man. Because it's like, fuck, I can't even do the shit that I want to do. And, I got 3-4 kids now. So it's like, even if I want to, there's certain shit that I want to do, but then I feel guilty if I do it, right? And it sucks that I had to spend so much fucking bread in my fucking house. I was like calculating, well, that shit's like $500,000, bro. $500,000 it's gone. Like, motherfucker, like, you know how long I fucking worked hard to get to this fucking bread? And to lose $500,000 fucking dollars. And sometimes you make a lot of money, but you don't even keep all that shit because then you have all this fucking politicians that be fucking taxing the shit out of you. Half of your money is already gone, so then you also have to take care of everything and everybody. So to save up that type of bread and just fucking have to spend it, and you basically, you know, I still got money, but I'm like, damn, fuck. I wanted to fucking buy my fucking car that I fucking was dreaming about. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even material shit. It's just like, fuck, you work so hard for something, and then sometimes fucking life comes and puts the reset button. And you gotta fucking start a fucking again. And I could go in and buy my fucking car and whatever by the end of fucking next summer. But it's the principle of it. It's like, motherfucker, like, you just fucking press the reset button on my shit now. Like, now I gotta fucking do the same shit again, build up again. You know? My plan was, you know, with that bread that I had there, and I still got a lot more, but now I fucking have to really be fucking careful because look at the shit that could happen randomly, you know? Anything could happen. So now I'm like, okay, now I gotta be super even more conservative, and now I'm even more scared to spend because of shit that happens in life, right? But it sucked because I'm like, damn, man, I fucking was really looking forward to my 2023, right? I was like looking forward to my 2024. I was supposed to already done the CodingPhase retreat, right? I was already supposed to, you know, buy the fucking car that I wanted, the next one, right? And it's just like fucking everything got put on hold and put on reset. And it's just fucking, you know, even like this week, I was starting to feel it. I was like, damn, this shit fucking sucks. You know, because I work a lot, bro. Like, I work a lot. People don't, y'all see me here on the internet and be like, yo, whatever. But I fucking work a lot. You know, I got a lot of responsibilities. And I try to do as much as I can myself to, of course, keep some of the profit. But then when, you know, life just keeps fucking putting a reset button every fucking time you get to a fucking point. And I know for sure, every time that I've gone through shit like this, it means I'm about to hit another level. Always remember that. It just sucks when you're going through it, right? When you're like, damn, fuck. It's like, I gotta take 2 steps back to make 5 steps forward. And I hate that shit, you know? Yeah, because I'm the type of person that I need to see progress, you know? And when you fucking press the reset button on me, now I'm like, fuck, what did I bust my ass working so hard, you know, the last 2 years to them fucking, you know, having to pay all this shit? Like, I wanna have my own toys, you know what I mean? I wanna have my fucking, I wanna drive, pull up on, I don't want a Lambo because it's too fucking, too much, but shit, I need a Bentayga, you know what I mean? I need a Bentayga, man. Shit, for all the fucking work that I do, I deserve something. Instead of me just helping everybody else, I hate that shit. It's like, I feel like, and that's the thing that had me a little bit down yesterday. I was like, damn, man, I feel like I'm here to serve the world, and whenever I need to serve myself, always some shit happens that is like, nah, you can't get that. You can't do this. You can't do that. But somehow when somebody else needs some work or somebody needs help with something, I'm always there for them. But it's like the universe is never there for me, in a sense. I don't know. That's just how I felt. So that shit brought my whole fucking mood down the last 2 weeks of just like, I don't know. I'm trying to kick it, you know. I might go to New York just to kick that shit. But it's like my mood's been down, man. It's like, because it's like, I feel like, like I said, I just feel like I fucking work so hard, and every time I want to do something, I can't do it. You know, even right now with my music shit. Like right now, I'm fucking scorching hot. I got motherfuckers hitting me up like, yo, music is hot, beat is hot. What's the music videos at? Da da da. But I can't do it because then I have to, you know, I gotta be responsible. My wife is pregnant right now. I got a bunch of other stuff. I got the business. And it's like, fuck, man, every time I'm about to really go hard, some shit pulls me right back into fucking, nah, leave it for 6 months from now. Leave it for a year from now. It's like, fuck, you know? God's plans. God has other plans. Yo, for real, hold on, man, I can't see. My battery dying. Yeah, so that was my whole shit this week. I was like, my mood was down. That's why I didn't really come here and drop not much content. Yesterday I dropped a quick video, YouTube short, you know, because it's like I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing and that I have to do for work, but then for YouTube is a thing where you gotta be in the mood for it. You know, like I could go in and do a course, my meetings, do everything that I have to do, but YouTube is different. YouTube, I gotta come here with a good energy. I can't come in here like, yo, guys, what up? The fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, I can't come in here like that. You know? Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta put yourself first, just strictly you. Yeah. Cody just says that's how I feel when I get my paycheck gone before I get it. Yeah, bro. You're like, yo, my fucking paycheck gone already. But even now, like, I'm fucking good. And that's the thing where it's like, I gotta understand that I have a blessing and I'm in a really good position in life that shit happens for a reason. You know, most people, they fucking lose their crib. They have to spend, that's like buying a whole fucking new house in a sense, right? The type of money I had to spend in total. But at the end of the day, God knows who it gives it to. Because imagine us right now, like if I didn't have it, then, and I'll be like on a fucking shelter, or like there's people that they don't have, you know, ways to make income, stuff like that, or have to live in a trailer home or some shit like that. Like we was good. All the shit happening, hurricane, all this shit, and I was fucking another big ass crib. I was, you know, like the bowling never stopped, right? So, so he's like, yo, I'm so fucking ungrateful, man, and that's what, and that's where I guilt myself. I'm like, yo, you a fucking ungrateful piece of shit. Like, you lucky you even fucking have that type of bread to survive through all this shit, you know. But then at the same time, it's like, why does shit have to happen to me? You know. Why you couldn't leave it for later on? You know what I mean? Let me rock for a good 10 years, 10, 15 years. Nah, but it's fine, man. I'm gonna be fine. It's just, you know, just like everybody else, y'all have fucking your mood swings, your mood goes down, your mood goes up. And that's the thing for me, like, it's just overall, like, I'm tired of fucking helping people, man. Like, it's straight up. I wanna just fucking do me, man. Like, I and I maybe social media, maybe, you know, just life. I see motherfuckers is like fucking just on working on them, and I feel like I never could do that because I always have to help other people, and it's like I'm in a fucking shitty position where I gotta help a bunch of family, gotta fucking people call me up to ask for money and shit like that. That should be driving me crazy. You know what I mean? Like straight up. It's like, damn, it's like I gotta send you 2,000, I gotta send you 1,000, I gotta send you 1,500. And it's like, fuck, I'm not even fucking buying myself shit. You know, and my kids is always good. They got everything. I don't mind that part. But it's the external family type shit. It's like this motherfuckers is like leeches, bro. I'm trying to I don't know how to how you cut off your family, man. Somebody got a good tutorial. You cut off your family, cut off everybody from outside. Anyways, man. Guys, I'm about to get out of here, man. Um, will you ever consider moving from Florida? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I want to move to Georgia, to be honest with you. I wanted to move to Texas, but then now Texas getting hit with fucking random hurricanes. So I'm like, I think is my next stop is Georgia or California. But California is like so expensive. I would like to just do like 1 year in California while I'm still like figuring out where I want to move to. Do 1 year in California, and then from there, you know, move to the ATL. Either that, or I might just move to DR, back to Dominican Republic. You know, I don't have to be here in the U.S. I could work for anywhere. But yeah, DR, ATL, or I was thinking Spain. I don't know if Joy Joy is a good idea. Joy in Georgia. Atlanta Joe? Oh man. Atlanta Joe? Whew. ATL ATL Shorty? You know what I mean? I come back talking a whole different fucking slang. And it's like, damn Joe, I thought you from New York. Listen, Wardy, I don't even know what's you know what I mean? Like come out with some crazy lingo. Like motherfuckers be like, yo, damn, he don't switched up. I thought he was from New York. It's like, listen, Shorty, I don't know. I've been in ATL my whole life. You know what I mean? Or Punta Cana Joe with a Dominican accent. Well, papi, codingphase.com tiene que meterte ahí, papi. ¿Oíste, papi? Punta Cana Joe. I don't know. I don't even know what's a Dominican accent. All right. What's your thoughts on the job market of developers right now, man? I see viewers like, damn, Atlanta Joe changed. Joe with like 30 chains on. It's like, why Joe looking like a rapper now? It's like, man, I'm just here out here, shorty. You know what I mean? Just chilling with the slimes. You know what I mean? Guys, listen, my phone gonna die, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. I love you guys. Thank you for always hanging out with me and giving me that good energy. You guys are the reason why I continue to do this shit, for real. No cap. Like, y'all give me so much good energy. Like, right now, my day is amazing right now. Like, I feel great. I feel energized. I got to talk to my peoples. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming through. All right? See you guys later. Peace.